So, welcome to the Introduction to the Kama Chakra course. So, if you have anything you would like to ask, put it in the chat. If you are listening to the recording and you have something you would like to ask, then send me an email, ask me on Messenger, WhatsApp, whatever. It works. So that's the practical things out of the way. I am Prit Jvalita. I've been working on myself as far back as I remember, been in the MahaJrya since 2008, which is actually not true because the MahaJrya did not exist at that time, but a long time with Maha, okay? In the beginning, it was Kujin for me. Kujin, Kujin, Kujin. That was the only thing I could say and do. And it is what built me and my personal evolution. What I did before that was, it worked, but it was slow. Took a lot of time to get there. Kujin really moved me forward. I'm very grateful to Maha for that. Very beneficial technique. Then a few years later, I was introduced to Kama Chakra, and that changed a lot for me because I actually didn't understand what was my desires and what was moving me and what was going on inside me. So I was just doing things, and Kujin just gave more power to that without me really integrating it. So that was very good. So what is Kama? Kama is desire. Chakra is wheel. So it is the wheel of desire. Wheel because it is something that moves, it is turning. It is our life that is turning, fueled by our desires. So what are desires? What kind of desires are we talking about? We're talking about desires in the body, desires in our emotions, and desires in our mental, in our thoughts. So examples of desires in the body could be, I, as a body, would like to survive. So how do I do that? I need food, so I have desire for food. I need safety, so I have a desire to be in a safe space. I, as a human animal, want to put my my genes forward to have offspring so that my life can continue in that way. On an emotional plane, I want to be accepted. I want to be loved. I want affection. It is wonderful when people look at you and you can see that they like you. And mental, I want to be in control of what's happening. I want stability. Something with the interpretation. So
Naira is explaining the newcomers how to get the interpretation into Spanish.
Okay, cool, awesome. So why do we have desires? All of the desires, the root cause of them can be traced all the way back to life. Life wants life. So the purpose of life, if you sometimes wonder about that, not the meaning of your personal life, but the purpose of life is life. Life wants to go on. And any living being who does not want its life to go on will not be optimal in the way it acts in the world, and it will disappear. Okay? So all the desires you have, they are about that, which is a beautiful thing. That's why you're here, is to make sure that you survive and that you have offspring, that you take care of them so they can survive. Okay, so that's what we're going to work with. in this course. So since this comes from nature and you want to awaken, you have awakened already. So you have this, your desires are still wanting to do some things, and you just want to be in peace. Okay, if you're hungry, if you're really hungry, are you in peace? No. You're thinking about where to get your next meal. Okay, if you're really hungry and you've been for several days, hopefully you haven't experienced that. But even if you're just a little hungry, you can't really focus. So you're not in peace. Just a very simple everyday life thing. It is 2 hours past the time I normally eat. I'm hungry. I cannot focus. So it pushes me. And that's a very soft example. Okay. So these desires, they are disturbing you in some way or another. If not, good for you. I've worked on my desires for some time, and they are still disturbing me sometimes. Okay. It's a work in progress. So that is what desire is and where it comes from and why. So in the course, we will go through process that Maha created and assembled. Some of them are original mantras that Maha created, and some are from the Hindu tradition, and at least one of them is from Sri Talisvar. So this is a process of 10 mantras created to purify our desire and to augment our desire and to work with them. Figure out how can we take these desires and use them for something related to our evolution and our awakening. How can we use them like that? How can we play with them? So we'll go through that. We'll do that over the course of 9 weeks. This is the first week. And today we'll work with the first mantra, which is about purification of desire. Sorry. So when I planned it as 9 weeks, the first question that came up from someone who I told about it said, 10 mantras, 9 weeks. What are you thinking? Okay. But there is no one-to-one relationship between the weeks and the mantras. Okay. The first mantra, we will work with that for several weeks. And some of the mantras will do 2 initiations in that 1 week. Okay. And yeah, some of them we will have initiation 1 week, initiation 2nd week, and then the third we will combine the 2. So we'll mix and match like that. We will get through all 10. And if at the end we feel that we have more to do, then we will add a week. Okay? Good. Yes. The mantras are to be charged. It's suggested. It's a good idea to charge them. Some of them are 1 mala a day for 41 days, and some are 9 malas a day for 12 days. If you wish, you can start to charge them while we're doing the course. And you can charge several of them at the same time if you have the time and the energy for it. You don't have to charge the mantras while we're doing the course. It is advised, it's a good idea that you do, okay? Especially the first one. I would highly recommend that you start charging that while we're doing the course, because we will work with that and our reactions during the next weeks. But you don't have to. You are free. So if you don't have the time to work on it now, but you would still like to be in the course, and then you're thinking, but what about my initiation? Well, it will be valid for a long time, especially if you are doing a spiritual process every day already. Your initiation will hold. If you're afraid it doesn't, you can always go back and see the recording. Okay? Good. So how will a common class look like? Okay, there will be initiation. There will be a guided integration, which means I will talk and I will try to provoke you, to inspire things in you that will come up. And it usually can be done, okay? I will not, the purpose is not to step over your personal line for what is acceptable to talk about. But I would suggest that you are open to allowing me to push you a little. Okay? And the more you allow me to do that, the more you will gain from the course. Okay? Desires go deep. Okay? We are animals. We are animals. We are very intelligent animals with the possibility of doing spiritual evolution. But we are still, this is the body of an animal. Okay. So all the desires that you see in nature, we have those buried somewhere down in there. Okay. And they are making a joke of your life sometimes. Sometimes a very tragic joke. And that is what we would like to work on. So to do that, I will have to push you a little. Okay. It can be about your safety. It can be about food. It can be about sex. When I gave an introduction to this course some months back, I did not talk about anything specific about sex. I only talked about that I would be talking about it in this course and the reactions there were. We have so much shame in that. So we will be touching on that. It will not be the only subject. It will be one of them. Okay? We will also talk about, like I said, safety, mental control for stability in your life. We will also talk about that. Every time there will be the opportunity to share. I believe sharing is very important, but it is still voluntary. You don't have to share. I will ask you to share. And if I mention your name and say, hey, would you like to share? And you don't want to, then just say, nope. And then we'll move on to the next one. Okay. It is 100% your choice if you want to share or not. Okay. We are different like that. I remember the first group course I was in. Ooh, it was not that I didn't want to share. I really didn't know what I would say because everybody else was having all these wild experiences and I was just experiencing nothing. Or at least it felt like that. But still, it was very valuable for me to listen to other people sharing their experience. Because then I realized, oh, that also went on inside of me. Ah, okay. So it helped me to understand me that someone else was sharing. Good. And as I mentioned before, they are not recorded. I will not record your sharings and they will not go on YouTube or anywhere. Okay. Which also means that if you're only watching the recordings, you will miss something. I'm sorry about that, but we need to keep it like that. Okay. About that, if you can't attend the live class and you can only watch the recording, okay, then we will, if there are several people who are in that situation, we will do a Sunday class once in a while. If there is not several, then book me for a one-on-one. You can just do that. It doesn't cost you anything. It is donation-based. If you don't have any money, don't pay anything. Okay. You just go on my site, booking, and you find the date and the time. You just click, and then we have an appointment. It's that easy. We just do that. Okay. Don't book an hour every day, okay? Then I'll have to change that system. But you can do that. I'm not overwhelmed with people doing it, so don't worry. Good. I have some notes here to see what I need to remember to tell you. Yes. When you enroll in the course, you can either go to my website and you can pay the suggested donation. If you don't have the money for the suggested donation, which is completely okay, then you just write me an email or on Messenger, say, I would like to be in the course. This is my email. Then I will go in my website and I will put you in the course. And if you want to and have the ability to give a donation, then you can do that. Okay, on the site there is descriptions about how to do it, the various ways I receive donations. Okay, so if you don't have any money, don't worry, just enroll, give me your email, you are in the course. Okay, if you do and you wish to send me a donation, please do so. It will make me happy and my life easier. Good. On the site, there is, when you log into the site, you can find links to the recordings and various notes that we find valuable to put there. Okay, you can find the PDF in there. If you don't have access to the repository, then it is there. Good. I think that covered it. Let's see if there is something in the chat that we should say something about. No. Just some instructions about the interpretation. I see. Good. Thank you. And if you have any questions at all, just message me somewhere. Email, Messenger, WhatsApp, you can find everything on my website, pritvalita.dk or Facebook. Good.